All right, hello everyone. Guys, let's look at this day 32 assignments. All right, and guys, I'm going to try to get this video done in less than 10 minutes, so please follow along. You can always stop it, and move it back if you miss something or whatever. Anyway, this is the warm-up, okay? This first one is a matching. There's four things, all right, four systems of equations. You got to match the four answers down here. Let's start at the bottom. This letter D here. Guys, this line has these two lines have the same slope, but a different y-intercept. These are two parallel lines. All right, they'll never cross. There is no solution here. All right, letter C here. This second one, if you solved it for y, solve this for y, you end up looking like this. That's exactly what the first one is. These are the same line. These are the same line. One sits on top of the other, so they have infinite solutions, okay? All right, letter B here requires no algebra. This is x equals -8. That's a vertical line. Y equals 1. That's a line kind of like this. And, of course, they meet where x is -8 and y is 1 right there, okay? That's the answer. I mean, -8, 1. That's the solution to this system. All right, and A is the one that requires algebra, all right, to solve it. All right, guys, this starts the graphs. I'll try to pull up a little bit here. All right, guys, on the graphs, clearly mark the answer. You don't need to mark the lines if you don't want to. It's okay with me, but I need to see the answer for sure. Let me just move this up here a minute. Okay. Guys, what I did is I used the y-intercept, all right? So this is -4. That's right down here. All right, the slope is negative. It's 7/3, so it's kind of steep negative. I counted up 7/3. I ended up right there. All right, and this one was +2 was the intercept, +2, and the slope was 1/3. It's negative again, but it's not as steep as this one, so they connect right there. That's the answer. And the next one again, I start with the intercept always. This one's -3, that's down here. The slope is -3/2, so I counted up 3/2, up 3/2, and drew the line. All right, the second one here, the y-intercept is +2, it's right there. The slope is -1/4, so I just went up 1 and back 4, and I found where they intersected right there. Again, clearly mark this point. I can't be guessing which point you're marking, okay? If it's not clearly marked, I can't give it to you. I need to look at those too. They won't be scored right away. I need to look at those answers. All right, this one again, the top one goes through -2. That's the blue line right here. -1/4 again is the slope. Lots of negative slopes here. And this one +3. A steeper negative, 3/2, so it ended up intersecting right there. All right, guys, let's take a look at the exit ticket. I'm just going to go for it right now. Looks like we got time. Guys, we're solving these systems of equations. This first one, look at y equals this, and y equals this. Well, okay, then make these two equal to each other. That's what I did right there. Make them equal to each other. And then solve for x, because now this is an equation with only one variable, x. So I can solve for x. Put these together, the 2x and the -3x, put them together by adding 3x to both sides, and put the 8 and the -2 together. Again, they're like terms. They're on opposite sides of the equal sign. All right, so you have to move them together. I got 5x equals -10, so x was -2. And then I plugged it back in this first equation to find the y. I said, what's y when x is -2? Well, this says 2x plus 8, so that's 2x plus 8. X is -2. All right, just plug it back in. To either one of those will work. I got 4. So again, the answer is -2, 4. You should be able to find it. All right, this is number 2. All right, this top one says y equals this. So I took this and plugged it in where y is right there. And I rewrote this equation. 2x plus 3y, this is y, equals negative 20. I rewrote this equation right there. Again, this is an equation with only one variable, so now I can solve for x. I distribute the 3 times 8, and 8 makes these two 24s. One's negative. The 2x and the negative 24x are like terms. They're on the same side as the equal sign. Just put them together right now. But the 24 and the negative 20 are on opposite sides. I can put those together, but I got to subtract 24 from both sides to get them together. All right, so x is 2. I took the x was 2 and plugged it in right there because y was equal to negative 8x plus 8. Negative 8x plus 8 right there. I got negative 8, okay? That's x, and that's y. All right, number 3. Number 3, what I decided to do was create an additive inverse. I made this 8x. I wanted to make this 8x right here, so I could add these two equations up and get rid of the x. So I multiplied this entire second equation times negative 2. So this became 8x. All right, then I just add those up, and the 8x disappears. I got 7y equals 0. Uh-oh, y was 0. So when I put 0 right there, 4x plus y, negative 4x plus y, right there, y was 0. So I got x to be 3. So the answer again is 3, 0. All right. This is number 4. All right, same thing. I need to multiply one of these to create an additive inverse. And I decided to multiply this top one times 2 to create a negative 14x. All right, but when I did that and added these up, it became 0 equals 0. Well, you know what? That's true. That's always true. These are the same lines. There's infinite solutions here, okay? Last one, number 5. I had to multiply both of these times some number to create an additive inverse. And the easy way to do that is just take there's a 3 and a 4x here. Take the top one times 3, the bottom one times 4. And I made negative 4, so I could make this a negative 12x and this a positive 12x. See that right here? But you have to multiply every term times the 3 and the negative 4. And when I did that, I added them up. I got y equals negative 1. What I did is I took y equals negative 1 and I put it right there in that first equation. 4x minus 8y. Well, that's 4x minus 8y, where the y is negative 1. All right, so two negatives make a positive. All right, subtracting 8 from both sides. This is negative 16. The 8's do not disappear here. All right, x is negative 4. All right, y'all, I think that's it. Thanks. I hope that helped.